Okay, well, I don't know what happened. Sorry. Hi, guys. You didn't hear anything. Okay, so. Whoops. All right. Well, I was just saying. Today's project, or for Watts of Love Wednesday, you guys, we do have an interchangeable frame, okay? And it's going to come with two things. It's going to come with Spooky Crew and the round, and then it will come with the scarecrow as well as the round, okay? So, yay. I know, I took off the microphone. I think Robert said he did some type of reset on it, but it must have been something else. I don't know why they're not talking to each other. I'll have to ask him. So it won't be super clear today, but I am here. All right. So I did say all of my colors here. I am using, we've got Camel, Espresso, Black Velvet, Bright White. I've got Bumblebee, Sugar Peach Cobbler, Marmalade, Ocean Mist, and then I have two versions of like a blue that I've mixed. One of them is a farmhouse blue. One of them, I'm not really sure yet what to call it. Okay. So, you guys should be able to hear now, hopefully. All right. Okay. Go drink some water. We'll have a seat on the couch.
My back still hurt.
Your what?
My back still hurt.
Your back. All right. So, we're going to use Farmhouse Blue real quick. Okay, good, yeah. I think it was just at the beginning when I had my microphone on, for whatever reason, it wasn't quite connected. And I don't know how to do it. So, she's better today. She even wanted to give one of the dogs a bath, so she should be good to go back tomorrow. She is still coughing just a bit, but I want her to be outside in that sun. So she decided to try and give one of the dogs a bath. And now she says that her back hurts. She's like, I'm done. No more washing the dogs. I'm like, girl, your back shouldn't be hurting this young. Alright, so I don't need to paint the entire thing. I really just need to paint this outside portion, right, because we are going to glue the other part on. So I am using my darker of my two blues, right? My farmhouse blue here. We do need to come up with a name for the other one. The other one's going to be a little bit lighter than this color. I know we've come up with slate blue before, but do you like it without the mic? Really? I feel like it sounds so much clearer with the mic. Because I have my AC on, you can hear my AC. Please, give me all your feedback so I can tell Robert. Because I do feel like there was a reason I stopped using the mic, but I think it was because one of them didn't want to hook up. So I don't know. But maybe because the sound wasn't like as clear as we thought it would be. I don't know. Hi. Hello. Alright, so we're just painting the edge of our scallop frame here. You guys are going to be so excited by the end of this because there's something super exciting about it. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's go ahead and close this up. I am going to set that aside. Let's go ahead and bring this one in. I think I need to just go ahead and paint these all white anyway. I think that's what we decided last time. It's just best to paint the whole thing white and then move forward from there. we're gonna try something new. And I'm gonna see if the paint, this other paint, goes on well as a background. Just because it's not like the main color, it's really just the background to cover up. Where are my color trays, y'all? My color trays, where are they? Let me go grab me a new pack. Where are they? Where else? Where did I put them? Oh, up here. I see them. Okay. I had to go grab a new pack, sorry. No problem. Facebook changed. What? You just have to reply? That's weird. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a change just like on your phone or like it's not updated or what. Or your phone is updated and mine's not. My shirt is all dirty. I think I was leaning on the machine. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna get a makeup sponge here. The other day being able to figure out thumbs up. Outside, not in the light. Gotcha. Alright, so we are going to paint the whole design here, okay? Paint in the whole design. And then we're gonna come back and paint a little bit more. So these are scored, so I can see the lines. This will help me if I want to paint prior to putting down my transfer. All right, it all depends on how and what you want to do with your cutout, but you don't have to get the score lines. Sometimes if the transfer is a little off, you can still see those score lines. So it really is up to you and your preference on if you want them or not. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to continue all over here on this side as well. Did you guys get these two designs? This is the Spooky Crew and the Scarecrow. Ah! Am I sure I have enough trays? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the ones I got could probably last me quite a while, but we'll see how fast we go through and once I start doing the my kits and stuff. So that part is done. I'm gonna let this dry for just a little bit. We'll come back to that. We could go ahead and paint this. I'm trying to think, do I want to do this in white, or we could do it in our blue, like the lighter blue. Let me see. I think I'm gonna stick with white or vanilla. Let me grab vanilla. I do like having it just a little bit lighter on the inside. It just really helps. Oh, well, hopefully it will be on its way very soon. It's so hard to wait for them. I know that. Okay. So I'm just going to paint the edge of this. So this is a double scallop frame we are painting. Sorry. I'm probably going to have to paint the outside of it too. It's just not going on how I wanted it to. You know how it's like kind of gets in the creases a little bit there? I'm like, I'll probably have to go do the outside of it later. Hello, thank you for sprinkling. Ah. So we are going to play Plinko this Saturday. Okay, this Saturday it will be at 9 a.m. Central Time because at 10 o'clock I do have my cutout box Zoom. So I need to be on that, but I will try and get, like, if you order, send me a message. Feel free to send me a message, and I'll just put it down. And then if not, I will try and reach out on Friday to everybody who order between Thursday and Friday for Saturday morning. I'm sorry, who ordered Wednesday and Thursday, not Friday. I'll reach out to you on Friday. Sorry, I've got to set everything up on Friday because I won't have time on Saturday, so you need to purchase Wednesday, today or Thursday to play Plinko. Okay. And let's see. You can just message me what number you want, 1 through 9. Okay. And it could be cutouts. It could be something else. It could be anything. It will mostly be cutouts, but we'll see. I'm coming across a lot of fun things, so we'll see what's available. Alright, I do feel like I need a second coat, unfortunately. But yeah, that looks a lot better. I'm going to try and speed it up. By the way, did you guys grab your porch cleaners? did you guys grab your porch leaners? Because I don't know if you saw all the things that I worked on last night. But I can't wait to put them all together. They're so cute. I think my favorite is the haunted house one. Hi Sandy. Hi Pamela. I think my favorite one is the haunted house one though. And then I do love the grateful, thankful, grateful, blessed one. That one's really cute too. But so is the sunflower. So is my snowman. I do love my snowman. Oh, and do we need to make a boy and a girl snowman? So now I gotta figure out, I need to add another snowman. But I think everybody really liked to have them with the hands and the shovel. So those items should be loaded on Friday. Okay. Hoping I can at least do one I don't know if I can do one tomorrow. I might just have to do them in videos, you guys, because they do take a little bit of time. And I just don't have a whole lot of time to go live right now. Today my sister-in-law's over to watch Grayson. Robert is working his tail off because we're behind on orders. We just have a lot of orders to fulfill. So, love the sunflower. I know the sunflower one is cute. Alright, so we just painted that. Alright. I wonder if I could just... This isn't the vanilla color, but I'm just seeing if there's enough on it that I could maybe do the middle with. And I might do the outside with this one too. This is actually just white. I'm not using the vanilla that I have. I just grabbed my little sponge here and it just had regular white on it. I'm just real lightly going over some of the edges here. That's probably the only thing about using like the lighter colors on certain things is like you have to go back and touch up the outsides. It's probably the one reason I really enjoy using the darker colors a lot. So you don't have to go do this. But it's doable, it's fine, we got it. We're getting most of them. Alright. That one is going to dry. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Sherry. No problem, Wanda. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Terry. Let's see. Hi, Donna. Okay. Let us paint some of these backgrounds real quick. So we've got the scarecrow background and we have the spooky background. And I'm thinking we could do, I was kind of thinking like an orange background maybe for one of them, and then a blue background for one of them. What do you guys think? We could paint them in first actually, and then figure out what our background's gonna be. So I'm gonna get some paint out. got yellow. I do have my marmalade here. Light brown. Let's take marmalade and camel. And then we're going to do camel and vanilla because we do need to make a like skin color. I got some stir sticks here. Alright, we don't really need that much on the skin color because it's just Charlie Brown and Linus here. Right, so let's just get a little bit here. Alright, let's mix those together. Let me get a paintbrush. Ooh, I might have to get to take out my new ones. I really feel like I gotta cut off some of these wild hairs in this on this paintbrush. This paintbrush is a little crazy there. Hi. Alright, so I'm just going to add a little bit of caramel into some vanilla here. Because the vanilla is vanilla. It's not like bright white, so it has a little yellow tint to it. So I think that it does mix pretty well for like skin color. And then with camel, I think they do well. Okay, so we're going to paint Charlie Brown here. And we're going to do our best to stay inside of all the lines. I can really just paint in his whole face here because we're going to go over it with black, and that will give the details from the transfer. Alright, so we're going to go over the whole thing and including the lines and where his hands are at. Okay, so all of that is going to get covered. Get his arms in there. I'm going to try not to get his shirt right here. I think that's part of his shirt, unless that's... It's a little hard to see. Let me look at the transfer. That is his, this part right here is his neck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right, so that's painted. I'm not sure you can really see his legs there. This might be part of his leg, but you can't really see it, so I mean, I could just paint it in. We just paint in a little bit of it. Alright, on to Linus. Let's go ahead and paint in his face. Don't forget the ears. Down to his hands. And then it's got his blanket, so we've got his arms. We're good there. I think a little bit right here is like his neck, so we can just color that in a little bit. All right, I think we're good on that. Now, I think I'm gonna come over here and paint in with a little bit of camel on the straw or the hay. I can't see within the lines. I know, right? It's hard sometimes. Go back and forth a little bit. Hi, Tina. Hi, Trina. Sorry. Hi, Linda. Tanya. Hi. All right, so I'm gonna grab some of the camel here. I'm gonna add a little bit of water, thin it out just a bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this, we're gonna paint in. As much as we can here. And I'm going to kind of do some little like brush strokes out so it's not like a clean So it looks like it might be hay just randomly sticking out there, okay? So I'm going to cover in most of it. And then when I get to the top part, I'm just kind of pulling it. I think it's mainly just the top part, like the stuff that's coming out of the hat, not really the hat itself. I think the hat itself, we could probably go like a lighter, almost like the skin color we used. Which we could probably do that. All right. Let's wipe that off. I'm just going to make a little bit more of that color. Kind of like that skin color. Just a little bit lighter. I might even add in a little bit of yellow. I think that's good. Alright, so now we're going to paint in the hat. Doing my best to stay inside the lines. that looks good. So we've got the hat. Now, the only thing we need is, we need to do the shirt, but what color? I think maybe we do either, maybe we do blue. Maybe we can do a blue shirt. Maybe. All right. While I'm holding off on that, we're gonna go back on over to the Spooky Crew over here. And let's try to paint in a few more things here. Oh, I can paint Woodstock as well. So let's do that. No problem, Sonia. Hi, Julie. So we're just kind of pulling in his hair's a bit wild. Half the time I'm like, how far out should I really go with this? Sometimes I'm not even sure. Alright, so it looks like he's sitting. So let's be sure to get his feet and his tail back here all painted in that yellow. So I am using, this is actually Bumblebee. Okay. So we need to do the bottom of their shoes are brown. Okay. Like, what color do we do the bottom of Snoopy's feet? Black? We can go ahead and do, the shirt as well. actually going to take my white and I'm going to paint in Snoopy. All right. Because I just want to make sure he stands out on the white painted background. So my background, I used, I actually just used like acrylic paint this time because I didn't want it to be too thick, because I knew I needed to paint in all of these characters. So I went with acrylic paint this time, and that seemed to help a bit. It's still a little hard to see sometimes, but oh, I don't need to do the ears. I forgot. That's going to be covered. Alright, I think that's good. It's just his body and his face on that one. Over here, we've got to get his face. Okay, we've got to get his neck right here too. Alright. So now that's done. Oh no. Had to eat enough before the nurse got here. Okay, so I need to paint Linus' shirt and blanket. I think his blanket is like a lighter blue, and his shirt is a little bit darker blue. I think that's what I remember. So let's go with Ocean Mist. For the blanket. So you have two ways to do this. You could always just chalk the whole thing in whatever color, like a light color. Then you can go back and paint in, right? You don't have to do the scoring, right? So you could do that. Then whenever you're done doing that part, then you go back and you paint, and then you'll wax it and then put the transfer again. So if you do that way, you'll use the transfer twice. If you do it this way, you can use the transfer once. It just really depends on what you feel like doing. From last year. Oh, good. I think that's like the only part of his shirt you really see. Oh, you can see his sleeves. Just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Let's put that back. Alright, I think the only thing on this one is the shoes. Well, it's not shoes, but it's the bottom of Snoopy's feet. Which he doesn't wear shoes, so I'm just thinking maybe it's supposed to be, should it have been white? Because I'm going to go over it with black. Maybe it should have been white. Maybe I'll just do it in a lighter ash. It's not like light. It's okay. Let me just add black to a little bit of white and just paint in this bottom part right now as gray. Okay, I just did great. All right, so now we're going to move over here to our little shirt on our scarecrow. And I'm trying to think what color. Oh, I could do this. I could paint this crew in. I paint this in orange. Too many choices sometimes, sorry. Sorry I get so quiet when I start painting. I'm really just trying to stay inside the lines. Sometimes it just takes a lot of focus. So we're going to take some of our marmalade, and I'm going to take a little bit of espresso. To get just a little deeper, darker orange. For the shirt, okay? I do think the shirt in blue would have been super cute too. I really kept going back and forth, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I just need to use a little bit more orange though. Oops. Would help if I paid attention and don't paint over stuff. Oh, I meant to do his pocket a different color too. Y'all, just not paying attention now. Sometimes you just get to paint and you just forget what it was you were doing. At least I do. Okay. Well then. She is much better today. Still coughing a little bit, but she is better. Thank you. Oh, my back hurts now. My neck. Okay, guys. I think it's gonna be cute. So, let's do some backgrounds. So we've already done a darker version of the orange, so now we're gonna go lighter. Let's grab some white. And let's mix. Looks good. I'm going to add a little bit more white though. It is almost like a little darker than the peach cobbler. But now we're probably getting to a peach cobbler color. Alright, so we're going to paint this background. with this color. Okay. And this is really pretty orange. Again, this is just marmalade and bright white. Isn't it pretty? So we don't make peach cobbler anymore. We only have peach cobbler in shimmer. But you guys, this looks pretty darn close. So just get you some marmalade and some bright white. And you've got it. Make your own. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's really pretty. Okay, now let's see. Let's do, we need to do a blue. Maybe we can do a light blue. We could even mix some of this blue with the white. To get it just a little bit lighter, right? Hi, you'll just imagine. Yeah, no problem. Here. That's what we've done so far. We painted that and we painted our frame. We're painting the back end of this one, and then we'll do all of the transfers at one time and then glue it together. Tangerine, ooh, that's a good one. We just make up our own names, right? All right, so this is Ocean Mist and Bright White. I'm just lightening it up just a little bit. It's really not that much. It is a pretty good lighter color, but I just want to lighten it up just a bit. Ocean Mist is such a pretty color. It just looks so good. these are dry, we'll come back over. We're going to wax these in a little bit, and we're actually going to put a pattern on the background. You guys are going to be so surprised when we put the scallop frame together. I just know it. You're going to be like, what? Oh my gosh. Because I kind of sort of have a surprise for you. Okay. Hope you get these ones away. I'm just tossing them right now because, well, I don't want to clean them. So, let's move this. Let's bring these over so we can go ahead and get ready to put these on. With the wax, it's kind of hard and clumpy. I will probably use a drying tool or something to kind of soften it up just a bit, like before you go to use it. You can just apply that heat, like try and melt it a little bit where it kind of just softens up and goes towards the middle. I just wouldn't get it too hot, because if it gets hot and liquidy and then you apply it, it's not the same as just putting it on if it's like solid. Alright, so we're applying our wax here and here. We're going to get a napkin, kind of rub it in. Make sure we don't have any big clumps though, okay? No, they're not on the set yet. They should be on there Friday. I think Friday. There's a couple of things. Yeah, I'll probably get them up on Friday. But we have a mini live sale on Friday as well. So, if you get the, what are these called? If you get these cutouts, you do have to get them between Wednesday and Thursday, okay, because Friday's going to be a little bit different. We've got a live sale. I should have the snowman, porcelainers, and anything else that might be new on there, okay? So, I need to see all the orders for Watts of Love between today and tomorrow, so I can pull the report Friday morning, and then that's ready to go for Plinko Saturday morning, because Friday I'm going to be really busy. I won't have time to do it on Saturday. Alright, so we've got that down. We're going to use a black velvet. Okay, hi Mary. I think this is just going to pull it all together. I'm excited to see what this looks like. Oh my goodness. That is so darn cute. Yes, Terry, subscription box thing is 10 o'clock. Plinko will be at 9. Same thing. Club night is Friday night at 7. Live sale will be at 6. Is he not the cutest? Now I want to do another one with a blue shirt. But we did a brown pocket there. Y'all, look how cute! He's a keeper. Alright, let me take this off because my placement tape is really sticky. Alright, we're going to do the other one real quick. But first, we're going to wash this so I can put it away. That way I have space to put the next one. And I'm just going to use a wipey to pull off as much of this black piece as possible. That way I don't ruin, or not ruin, but just get my board eraser super dirty. Like with the first trick. Okay, he is adorable. I sure do, Terry. I sure do. I know, but he looks so cute. I know, and that's why I love like being able to do these things. I need to do the tutorials or like, you know, show you guys what it could look like. Because a lot of the times when we look at a transfer, we're like, meh, I don't know that I like it. And then you see it done and you're like, wow, I really love that. Myself included. Like sometimes I'll go and I'll look through, you know, like Design Studio, if there's a transfer that I just can't seem to find any inspiration on, and I'm like, I have no idea what to do with this, you know? And I'll find something maybe some other designers or some other Perks members have posted, and then it'll spark some ideas for me. Alright, so we put that back on our backer sheet. We can use this again and again. So if you are new here, these are reusable. Okay. I'm going to put this back in here. Thank you. Just wait until you see the entire project come together, like all of it. I think you guys are going to love it. Alright, so we're going to fuzz this one a few times here. Thank you. He's fine. All right. Let's see. I missed a spot, so hold on. I missed a spot where his shirt is supposed to be colored in. So real quickly, I'm gonna try and paint. It was like underneath his arm. I'm just gonna dry it real quick. It was just one spot, but it was gonna bug me. Can you buy mine? Is that what you're saying? If you have the transfer, you can get the scarecrow. I have just the basic regular scarecrows available. Where are they? Oh, they were whenever the peanuts first came out. Oh, I need to make them available. I will make them available. So you'll see the rest of the peanut stuff available too today. From some of you guys got the pre-sale items, but it was just the basic cutout. So some of these are just the basic cutouts. But the one that we're doing today is actually a full project. It's like a whole little thing in itself. Right? So you can get the basic ones if you want. I will get those uploaded to the website because you can only see them if you use the private link or the secret link. But I will go ahead and get the rest of those uploaded. Okay. I don't know why Gracie is crying. Maybe you had a bad dream? No. He was asleep. He fell asleep in his high chair. Alright, let's pull this on up. So cute. Y'all, both of them are so cute. Let me wipe this off. So I can put it away. Look how cute they are. Yes, Jimmy. I love it. Okay, so again, feel free to comment crew, C-R-E-W, and you can get the info for the full project that we're doing today. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, hang tight. You've got to see the full project. There. I'm just going to clean this off. Oh, ah. And let's get this put back in here, okay? Halloween. That's cute. The Spooky Crew, are you going to use that one? Or are they going to just be different stuff? Alright, so those were those two transfers. Alright. Okay, so now the decision I have to make is, do we want to put a background? Do we want to put a background on one of the two things here? So I was thinking the bow pattern for one of them and doing it in like whatever color we decide, and then the damask pattern for the other one. I just thought that would be really cute. I think the damask pattern with the blue would be really cool. Like do the farmhouse blue behind it. Will it be too much? Let's see. Should we do the blue on this one because his blanket is blue, right? So does Spooky Crew look better on the blue round or on the orange round, right? So just Spooky Crew, what do you guys think? I'm kind of thinking the blue, but then we have the Scarecrow. That's the Scarecrow on the blue. Okay, and then this is Scarecrow on the orange. What do you guys think? While you're thinking, I'm gonna glue. Spooky Crew on the Scarecrow. I mean, Spooky on the blue. That didn't work out how I anticipated, but it's much smaller than I thought it was. I put too much glue. So we're gonna have to let that dry. So my super glue dries up because I did put too much and I kind of got on the insides. So we're gonna let that dry for a little while. Spooky on the blue. Oh, blue and Scarecrow. Scarecrow and orange. Scarecrow and orange. Blue. I know, right? The Scarecrow did look good on the orange, but then should we just go ahead and do a background? Or will that be too much? Maybe we just do the background for the Scarecrow only. What if we do the damask pattern in like the dark blue? You guys are so funny, you're both. The Scarecrow does look really good on the blue then, isn't it? I think it just stands out a lot more. So maybe we add something to this one. Yes, I thought about the Snoopy pattern. I just couldn't find it. I did think about it. Oh, you know what? I have one out here. I don't know that I've even used the Snoopy pattern yet. Have I? Grayson! I did use it. It was out there. I had been looking for it, but I was like, I don't know where it's at. It was it. We could, yes, we could do this. And if we don't like it, we could just paint the other side, right? Because it does kind of look like this guy, yeah. We could just do this in marmalade. I mean, by itself, I think this would look good anyway. And if you guys don't have this Snoopy pattern, it is still on the website as well. So if you comment crew, you can grab it when you click on my chalk site link there. You'll click shop with me, and then I'll take you to the Peanuts, all of the Peanuts transfers. So the two that I used earlier is the Scarecrow one and the Spooky Crew. Those are both from our newest collection that just launched last week. And then this one was part of our second collection with them, but it's also in that same spot. Okay. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to wax. Please, 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 please. Oh, thank goodness. I forgot to wax this. I was so scared. Look how cool it looks. Hold on, I have to clean this. I have to clean this first. So cute, right? I forgot all about the Snoopy pattern. Yeah, I thought it would be cute, and then I just had to figure out which one I wanted it with because it could be a little bit busy, right? The background could be a little bit busy, so I kind of like just the plain background, but you could use a different cutout and put on top of it, you know? I still think it's usable and it's cute, but we may or may not use it with the one we have right now. Alright, so these are a little bit bigger, so I tend to roll up my little backer sheet here like that. Line up my edges. Okay. And I'm going to put it back in here. I like to lay all of my transfers flat, but if you put them in here, you can also hang them if you choose to. Just watch the little corners. The little corners like to come up when you put them back in the bag. I feel like it's just staining my desk. All right, let's see. Oh, the flag one. That one's a cute one. Okay, check it out. So cute. Let's dry it real quick. And let's see if we still decide one way or another. were to put this one on there, all right, or how would it look if we swapped over and put Snoopy on there? I think I really like it with that spooky crew. I think this is my thing. I like it this way a lot. You guys do too. All right. Let's go ahead and glue. Hold that down for a second. Yeah, on the blue back. Blue. Yes. Yes. Blue background. Turn it over and I'm going to press down, so I'm pushing down with some pressure on both of these. Cleaning up a little bit here. Let's see, did this dry yet? I don't know. So when you do yours, just be careful. The second layer is very thin, so you don't need a lot of glue. You really just need a glue on each like scalloped area, okay? So, let me see if I can dry that real quick. Oh, in the center of those, yeah, you could do that. You could swap them out. So, I have a really cool thing about this though. But let me, again, I'm just trying to make sure that that glue isn't going to glue down my next piece. Okay, so here we go. All right, so friends, our scallop is interchangeable, okay? So you can put it in there, it's got the little hole here, you can pop it out, and you can put your new one in, okay? So you've got one that's like fall, you've got one that's Halloween. Mine's a little hard to put in because of that glue that's sitting at the back. And I painted the inside too, so it's gonna be quite a good little tight fit. Okay, so you just might have to push it in there. Look how cute that one is. Ah! Yeah, the weave-in pattern would be cute too. Okay, want to know the coolest part about this, y'all? How many of you guys ordered from the live sale last week or 2 weeks ago? And I think it was last week. Anyways, you ordered last week and you ordered the rounds. Do you remember? We had a ton of rounds, like the ghost ones, the candy one. Yeah? Well, guess what? Mine has something on the back, so I can't push it in all the way. But you guys, these will fit inside of here. Okay? It does fit. I kind of got the bottom half of it in here. These are 10.5-inch rounds. This is a 10.5-inch round. Interchangeable scallop. So, guess what? You can swap out all of your rounds in here as well. Okay? Check it out. I don't know, some of you guys have this from one of our craft boxes. I have a twine hanging on it, so I can't push it in all the way, but this one will fit in there as well. So if you have that, oh, look how cute. But you can just swap out all your rounds. So like, if you don't want to hang it or put it on your, what is that hanging thingy? The one with the initials, no, that one is not a 10.5. No, I think those were, you got to choose what size you wanted. Those were either 8 or 10-inch rounds. The 10.5-inch rounds are usually all of my door rounds, okay? Not the monogram ones, but I can add that option for a monogram one. I must have got some glue around it because I got some glue here. I'm gonna let this continue to dry, okay? Because I don't want to get them stuck in here. But I'm gonna put this here for a second. Okay. This was completely separate because it was different. It was like a whole thing. But if you want to do the monogram, like just the insert, like a door round, I have to do a separate one. So I have to do a completely separate one because it's a completely different project. Okay? They're 10.5-inch rounds. But you could set it in this little holder if you want. You could also punch 2 holes like right here if you wanted to hang it on our 18-inch post holder. That'll work too. And that way you can just swap out the inserts instead of hanging each one. Okay? But anyways, you guys, aren't they super cool? Okay, so the whole project, if you comment crew, spooky crew, I will send you the info on how to grab this kit. It's not really a kit, it's a bundle. It comes with this round, the spooky crew. It comes with this round and the scarecrow. And then it comes with this as well, okay? So it'll come with the 2 layers, and then it comes with 2 inserts. And both inserts are peanuts. All right? Later on down the road, we may have some other options, but this will also fit all of your 10.5-inch rounds that you've purchased. Almost all of our rounds are either 10.5-inch or 16 inches. Okay? For my order. Constance, I'm sorry you're having issues. I haven't had any issues with shipping, and I don't know that a lot of people have because shipping's been really fast. So if you haven't received something, I would reach out to them and double check because they shipped my stuff. They shipped it same day. I didn't expedite. I didn't do nothing. A lot of people ship same day, and we all got our stuff by Monday. So if you haven't gotten your stuff, they're already shipping stuff from Friday, and we got it on Monday. So if you ordered before that, you want to double check to see maybe something happened with the post office or whatever shipping company is shipping your stuff. Okay. All right. Let's see. Again, comment crew if you have any questions. If you order this set today or tomorrow, so Wednesday or Thursday, you guys, you will be entered to play Plinko on Saturday for a chance to win more free items, okay? I might include just a blank 10.5-inch round in there. It might be some more Peanuts cutouts. It might be, I have some peanuts, other stuff that's not cutouts as well, so that could be potentially be in there. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, if you order, then you'll get to play Plinko on Saturday. Okay? If you do go ahead and order this kit, feel free to send me a message and let me know what number you'd like, 1 through 9, so I can get your name down and the number that you want, just in case you're not able to jump on live with us. That's totally fine. And that way I have a number to do for you for Plinko, okay? I ordered Friday morning, and mine's not coming until Friday. Until this Friday, possibilities are endless. I know. You never know what you're gonna get. Could be color trays. Could be stir sticks. Thank you. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. Thanks so much for hanging out. I sure appreciate it. Sorry, I was really quiet this time. It was a lot of focus for painting for me, so that's all right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow should be our morning live, so I'm hoping around 10 o'clock Central. An order around the 8th or 9th. On the Chalk site, yeah, if it's on the Cutouts website, then you need to message them because I don't have any hand in their shipping. If it's something from us, you can send us a message. If it's 3D print, I have to move it out to, it's almost like a 2-week out waiting period. Not waiting period, but it's almost 2 weeks out before we can get it shipped. Just because it does take a long time. We even bought another 3D printer, so we're slowly getting caught up a little bit faster, but it's still about 7 to 10 days out, 7 to 10 business days out before it's shipped. So if it includes, we are shipping and cutting things from last Friday, from the live sale still. Other than that, everything else is shipped out besides 3D printed stuff. Yeah. Waiting on your sister-in-law, going out to dinner. Oh, good. I do need trays. Oh, well, good. There you go. If we order the other day these rounds, no, not in Plinko. I'm not sure what rounds. So the only way to get in Plinko for today is the Watts of Love, because we donate the proceeds from this project to Watts of Love. So that is why we do Plinko just with this particular bundle. So if you buy this bundle between Wednesday and Thursday, then we'll give you guys a chance to win more free stuff, okay? No, Terry, you're good. We go in order. We go in order. Everybody pays. Everybody's money is worked just as hard to get it, so everybody will get their stuff in the order that they ordered it. Thank you. Probably it also has to do with the area you live in. Yeah, sometimes postal service is slower in some areas rather than others. No, those were not part of Plinko. Can I put in another order with this bundle? Yes, you can put in whatever you want with this order. So if you decide to order today and you grab this bundle, you can order anything else with it. Totally fine. All I look for is if you got this bundle on Wednesday or Thursday, and that's how I add you to Plinko. But you can add whatever you want to it. Yeah. But like I said, the peanut stuff from the other day, from Monday when we launched, that's not going to be part of the Plinko stuff. Yeah. Usually whenever we do the Plinko, I try and make sure it's something that's like not on the website yet. So if you buy that one that day, then we'll do the Plinko. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess if if you guys have any other questions that pop up or I jump off before I can answer them, just send me a message, okay? All right, guys. Yay! Look how cute. It did come out really cute. So, all right, guys. Comment crew, hit the heart button for me. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have fun. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.